ही घर से चल तो भी जाने ये राहें अपने जाएंगी कहाँ। मिट्टी की खुशबू आए पलकों पे आंसू लाए पलकों पे रह जाएगा यादों का जान। मंजिल नहीं है जाना है कारवां चलना अकेले है यहाँ। नन्हा दिल नन्हा सफर ढूंढे तुझे फिर क्यों नजर। नन्हा दिल नन्हा सफर ढूंढे तुझे फिर क्यों नजर। नन्हा दिल
Hey guys, welcome to another episode. I'm Sean. I'm in my Airbnb and outside it's sunny for a change, which I thank God, but it's cold. One of the things that I do when I'm traveling is I spend a lot of time alone. I usually do Airbnbs or I mix it up and do a hostel once in a while. As I get older, and I am an older traveler, Airbnbs, hotels are welcomed because I have my space, my time, and once in a while I'll just mix it up and jump in and do like a hostel. I did a hostel in Berlin as my first leg, and reminder to self, do not do the first leg of a trip in a hostel because you never get good rest. There's so many personalities and I try to do the least amount. I'll do 4 beds. You know, when I first started out, I didn't know anything 7 years ago. And I did a hostel and it used to be 10 beds and, you know, it was awesome. You meet all kinds of people and it's wonderful. You're not thinking about a lot of stuff. As you get older and space becomes a really big thing, you know, sleep and rest. So having this time to myself is just amazing. I get to really think and appreciate the things that I do and why I do it and why I need this space. You know, I like to be there for my mother in New York, but then when I'm on the road, I want to be able to do me. It's me time, it's my journey, it's my world. It becomes my world. I want to be able to think and write and develop ideas and vlog and share. Of course, when you spend a lot of time alone, you reflect. And I want to reflect on all the things I've learned. And putting pen to paper, I pick up little notebooks from the cities that I travel. I picked up that plain canvases. It makes my thoughts flow better. I never play well between the lines. I never color well between the lines. I see so many reels or whatever, and it often reminds me that of so much, like of what an amazing place I'm in, like mentally, and you know, just a beautiful place that I take for granted. I have this peace of mind, you know, I have this sense of I'm doing this, I'm traveling, I'm moving around the world freely, you know. My biggest concern right now is like, I have to go book a room. It's why I came back in. And I don't know if I'm staying in Krakow or I'm going to, you know, a small city nearby. I'm hopping a plane to like a beach. Those are my big issues right now. Yeah, even with my laptop dying, which, you know, I don't know what that's about, but this is my first trip without dealing with a laptop and just the phone, and I'm booking everything on the phone, and that's very new to me. And I know that for people that's just the usual, but for me, I love having a laptop. It's freedom. But this is a teaching moment. It's always a teaching moment. And as I travel alone and spend so much time alone, of course you stop to think, and I reflect on, the thing I started out talking about on this channel, my divorce, it's been 11 years. Not that I'm counting, I just know based on my travels. That's how I gauge where I've been, where I was chronologically. Traveling tells me where I was and what I'm doing and what I've done. It's a good gauge. I'm learning that I'm in a really good space. I'm happy. What is happiness to people? Happiness for me is having peace of mind, having that peace, and no drama, less interaction, just having a peace. And I feel like I have that, and I'm thankful for all the amazing things and people in my life. My mother is a blessing. My sister just experienced Puerto Rico for the first time. That my sister got to experience the place that saved me, that put me back together and sent me off to the world. So I wanted to share that peace is possible. Simplifying life is so important. Downgrading, not wanting or needing too much, and making things work. And what a blessing. Of course, I walked down the street a few days ago and there was my Ganesh. And if you know anything about me, Ganesh pops up in the cities that I'm at, and if I'm questioning, should I stay here? Am I okay here? Boom, there it is. Somewhere it pops up. And this time it was right in a window as I walked on the street. And I knew that I was in the right place and it was okay. And it was going to be okay. God allows this, and I am blessed and I'm thankful. So on that note, this is my little spiel on peace and peace of mind. And I have to tell you what pops into my mind as we speak of Puerto Rico is the first time I moved there, and you've heard me speak of my first, if you've checked my videos out, I talked about being in Puerto Rico and having my dream job created for me by Jan DeSopo, an artist on the island. And I remember in the end of, I think it was almost 2 years of working with her, there was a point where, we were driving past the cemetery and we're talking about peace. There was a little chaos going on in the job, and she was part of that chaos, and I was feeling that. I remember saying to her, this is not peaceful, you're creating this. And I remember her looking at me and pointing to the cemetery and says, if you want peace, that's where you find it. And I remember looking at her, and in that moment, I made the decision that I was done. Because this woman was all chaos, crazy. And I was at a point of leaving crazy behind in New York. And it was just not for me anymore. I was in a better place. I think I was starting to seek out this peace that I'm now experiencing. And that was quite a few years ago. So to be in this space where I know that I wasn't wrong in every step that I've made to be here, was necessary. Good, bad, and ugly. Everything has to happen. And everything happens for a reason, and I truly believe that. And on that note, thank you for joining me. If something is not working for you, change it. God bless.